Cushman Wakefield is planning to expand across Asia. They're looking to hire some 800 workers, most of them being in Asia and also Australia. This morning, we have the company's CEO, Glenn Rufrano, joining us to talk about expansion plans and how to play the red-hot commercial real estate market in this part of the world. Good to see you, Glenn.
Nice to be here.
Now, you just heard Jim Chanos, the famed hedge fund manager, saying that China is on a treadmill to hell right now with a bubble in the real estate market. What are you seeing in that economy?
Well, I think that's a little extreme. The economy's growing, has been growing. The real estate market there has been increasing in value, but the government knows and understands, and I think they're getting out ahead of it, and I'd have confidence that there isn't a dramatic bubble.
Right. He's talking about oversupply in the property space right now. You do a lot of commercial property. Mm-hmm. Do you see that being the case right now in China?
No, not necessarily. They talk about Shanghai quite a bit, and in Shanghai there's 50 million square feet, and it's not very big relative to that market potential growth. So it's growing, but the potential there is dramatic, and I expect that it'll catch up.
Okay. What about pricing right now in China? What are you seeing?
Well, pricing is increasing and values are going up, but again, the government's been ahead of that for a while. They put the clamp on some of the residential a while back, and I think it's helping. So I have comfort that they're going to be ahead of that. Okay,
let me talk to you about pricing here in Hong Kong, because we've seen some dramatic push up in office rents. Now, prime office rents, in fact, are just up 30% from the March to September period this year, 30% from a year ago. Sure. What do you think about these increases? Is Hong Kong the place to be right now?
Well, increases are a function of supply and demand, and clearly right now there's not enough supply for the demand. Employment is only 4.2%. GDP growth is 5 to 6. All those elements bode very well. What will happen is the market will sort it out, and it will determine how much more supply will come on, and tenants will go where they have to be to have reasonable rents.
Okay, and from your dealings here in Hong Kong, I mean, how much higher do you think we might see office rents go? It's pretty dramatic so far, the spike upwards.
I'm not sure anybody knows. There's discussion of 25% over some period of time, and maybe that will occur. It will, again, depend upon supply, and we'll find out over the next 24 months.
Okay, now, Glenn, let me talk to you about the business at Cushman Wakefield, because before joining Cushman Wakefield, I think you just joined as CEO 9 months ago.
That's right.
You've been known for turning around troubled real estate companies, including Centro in Australia. Now, Cushman Wakefield lost $127 million in 2009. What about 2010? Are you going to see a profit this year?
Oh, absolutely. And Cushman is not a Centro. Centro is a troubled property company. Cushman Wakefield has been a long-term, 90-year viable financial services firm, which ran into the same issues in 2008 and 2009 that everybody did. It's a fine-tuning exercise. It's not a turnaround. What we're doing is measuring our market share around the globe, and we're pretty comfortable. The wind's at our back.
Okay.
And we're going to grow.
Now, Glenn, people are saying that Cushman Wakefield, being privately owned right now, really needs to IPO at some point. Do you see that happening, say, in the next 12 months or so?
No, not in the next 12 months. The major shareholder is a company called Exor, the Agnelli family from Italy. They're long-term investors. They're comfortable with the company. Nothing in the short term. Nothing in the short term,
but say, I guess, a 3-year strategy then, maybe an IPO within that time frame?
Possibly. All CEOs have to think about liquidity for their shareholders, and at the appropriate time, we may have something.
Would you consider Hong Kong as an IPO destination, considering a lot of other foreign companies have been listing here in the city?
Well, it's pretty attractive. You want your shares to be traded widely. It's not a bad place. I think you'd start out in the United States and you think about here later.
Okay, fair enough. Now, let me quickly talk to you about hiring and your pay structure, because you're looking to hire 800 workers or so?
Over a period of time, absolutely.
Okay, and most of that coming in Asia and Australia, is that right?
No, it's spread around the globe. The largest proportion will be here in Asia, but we have also hiring in the Americas and in Europe. So it's a global strategy.
Okay, Glenn. Well, nice seeing you, and thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Enjoy your trip to the Asia Pac. Glenn Rufrano, CEO of Cushman & Wakefield.